Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to this message. I'm Erica. I am a psychic medium, oracle, prophetess. It's so nice to connect with you. Thank you for being here. Thank you to all subscribers, and thank you to the new subscribers. Those of you guys returning, welcome back. All right, let's get into this message because this is just like an overall general collective message. But I think a lot of this message that I'm going to share with you, which should reflect in the title, I think a lot of this message is letting you know that because of this work or because of this initiation, I think there's divine union energy coming through. So the message here is a major soul initiation for many light workers at this time, and like what you've been moving through is learning to trust yourself and to feel safe within yourself, with just self. This has to do with the root chakra, a lot of it, and root chakra healing and root chakra blockages and wounds that connect to the root. And then I put, can or do you trust yourself to stand strong without leaning on someone else? I saw 1, 2, 3. So it's a major soul initiation. And so for a lot of you guys watching right now, you're like, yeah, Erica, like, that's exactly what I've been initiating through. That's exactly, like, I had to release and heal karma connected to codependencies, leaning on other people to feel loved, to feel safe, to feel supported. And then most of the time, like, when you would lean on other people through codependencies like that, you know, it only made you, it was like temporary, it was like a Band-Aid. It was like a temporary relief. You know, it temporarily made you feel better, or it temporarily made you feel safe or loved or whatever, okay? But because it was karmic or karma, a season and a reason, right? So you initiated and you learned this major lesson. Like this right here is some major like ancestral karma. Like many people in your bloodlines have, like, they've been unhappy in their lifetimes because of this, because they never found true safety, love, and happiness within themselves. They always were looking outside of themselves, and they were always leaning on someone else in order to feel that. And again, it was temporary. So it's like for however long in your bloodlines and in your family, like people just really haven't really been happy in relationships. Now, with like leaning on someone, that doesn't mean romantically necessarily. It could also be financially or emotionally, like in other ways, you know? I mean, there's family dynamics where people are codependent on family members, people like they never move out of their parents' house, or they, leave for a little bit and then move back with their parents, and then they're there for the rest of their lives. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not saying like living with your family is necessarily codependent, because, you can definitely, if you're like coming from a more healed place of that kind of stability, that's different, right? But I think for most of you guys, this soul initiation, it speaks about romantic cycles. So with that being said, let's go ahead and let's start with some tarot. And then we'll go from there. So the root chakra. So our root chakra, right? It's your earth chakra, right? Well, besides like your earth star chakra, right? Which sits, I believe, like 6 to 8 inches below the soles of your feet. So our root chakra of our 7 main chakras, our root is our base chakra, right? It's our earth chakra. It's our 3D reality chakra. So you can think of the root chakra like that. The throat chakra, the throat chakra. I wanted to say root and throat at the same time, and I don't even know why I was saying throat. That was a Freudian slip. So there's something about your throat chakra too, but it's connected to the root energy here. So root chakra is your basic 3D reality and survival and safety. Like, do you have food and water? Do you have shelter? Do you have money? Do you have a job? Do you, like all of that, like material realm stuff? Like, do you feel comfortable and peaceful and harmonious in your home? Or are there people that you've been sharing a space with that, it's a disruptive, chaotic energy, like your nervous system's out of whack? It's like that, right? So I think for most of you guys, like the way I see it is most of you guys tuning in, like this soul initiation is something that you already conquered. But for some of you guys, you're going through this right now. For some of you guys, you're going through this right now where you're healing the karma and you're learning the lesson and you're balancing the justice scales of romantic partnerships or other soul connections where you are codependent or you lean on someone else in order to feel love, safety, that kind of stuff. Okay. But I think most of you guys, oh my God, you guys, I can't. Okay. Look what's on the bottom of the deck. Okay. And I literally just, I don't know. I shuffled for a second and then I started talking again, but there it is. The Lovers. That was not on the bottom of the deck when I picked this up. And this is Gemini, and on December 4th coming up, like right now the moon is in its waxing phase. Like I think we just passed like the half moon or whatever. I don't know. But anyways, it's a Gemini super full moon, and it's the last. I just saw 717. 717 is a number frequency and synchronicity, numerology, whatever you want to say, that's connected to twin flame energy. So for the twin flames out there, okay, this could be very significant as well. Like maybe like divine feminines, we go through these types of like soul initiations first, and then divine masculines, they follow in our path, basically, right? Like they follow our healing, our light, blah, 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 blah. So I think that my point with the Gemini full moon was that the Gemini full moon, I feel it's going to be very significant for a lot of communication between divine counterparts. And so that's just like a little side note. But the Lovers, romance, harmony, divine union, a deep connection, relationship, alignment, openness, choices, duality, love. And they're like right there sitting together in the 3D and the physical. So for me, and then like the sunlight is like shining down on, see how the light is like really on the feminine, but I mean, it's glowing on both of them, but it's really on her. It's because she's literally glowing. So like man or woman, it doesn't matter. Your inner divine feminine is radiating light. Okay. It's because of this. It's because of your frequency and how it's risen, and like that soul initiation of like, I don't need to lean on anyone to feel comfort, to feel loved, to feel beautiful, to feel handsome, to feel sexy. Like I don't need other people to validate that for me. I don't need attention. I'm not attention seeking. I'm not that pick me girl. I'm not a pick me guy. Like, but especially with women, a lot of women carry that wound of pick me. And it's a wound of rejection and abandonment. And that's a lot of it is because in many of our lifetimes, where you've had lifetimes as a woman, because of like the patriarchal energy and whatever, it's just women just literally had no voice. And that would connect, like I Freudian slipped the throat chakra as I was talking about the root. Well, if you're like if your truth is constantly suppressed and your voice is constantly suppressed, that does connect with the root, because you don't feel safe. You don't feel safe to be yourself. You don't feel safe to it takes away that feeling of safety. So many women, like if you're a woman in this current incarnation, like we chose everything, we know that, right? So if you're a woman, you chose to be a woman, and you had, for some reason, you had a lot of karma attached to lifetimes as a woman or that energy. And then same thing with the men. Like if you were born a man, you very specifically chose that vessel, that body, that gender, because of past lives and okay. So anyways, you guys understand what I'm saying. So my whole point of that is, for the women here, that's a big thing. And even from some of the men, for sure, of their suppressed inner feminine stuff, but it's more so for the women about their truth. And so basically, like you've done a lot of healing around your throat chakra, and I very clearly can see that for a lot of you guys, your throat chakra it's been upgraded in a lot of ways, like, and you've done a lot of healing around your throat chakra and around your truth, basically. Like you're no longer gonna hold, like you no longer bite your tongue to make other people feel at ease. You know what I mean? Like you're done doing that. And again, that's another one of these initiations. But anyways, okay, let's get back into the divine union message. Galactic cosmic reunion of souls. Like this is for sure. So it's divine union with the lovers, right? But you guys know, if you are new here, like I have very open channels with my like connection with the higher realms, etc. So I channel all kinds of collective messages and energies on this channel, zodiacs and everything else. But I am a divine union channel. Like I'm a twin flame, and I know the twin flame journey, but I also I just channel divine unions. I don't channel karmic relationships here. The only time karmic energy like that comes up in my messages is when I'm doing divine union readings and someone's connected to a karmic third party or something. So this, like if you're here right now and this message so far is connecting with you, and like for who this is for, you've just come out of a very dark space. Like you're just coming out, and you're just like you're in this rebirth portal, of course, but like it's still kind of fresh, where you're coming out of the shadow energies and that dark energy, you know, of the shadow. And it's like and you're coming back to life, and a part of that coming back to life and crushing that soul initiation and karma of, you know, I found safety and love within me. Like I feel safe within myself. And there's another big thing coming through about trusting self. Like I feel like that's a big one here for who this is for. Do you trust yourself? You know, and our ego will immediately say, well, yeah, of course I trust myself. But our ego is a trickster a lot of the times. Of course, we know that. And so, you know, do I trust myself? You know, and do I, like, have I created and embodied and healed to the point where I literally just feel, what's the word? Content. I feel content with self. Like I'm not out there chasing synchronicities and numbers, and are they thinking of me, and do they love me, and you know, like, or you know, when am I gonna, like no one loves me, when is love gonna come in, oh, I'll be happy, you know. No, you're not worried about any of that. You don't think like that. Like, you've ascended way beyond all that. You are content. You're content, and it shows because you glow. It shows because you glow. Like, you're literally radiating your divinity. Like, and for a lot of feminines, there is a masculine here who is his electric energy, because divine feminine is magnetic. She's magnetism. And divine masculine energy is electric, okay? And so I'm very clearly seeing this divine masculine, and it's like he has electricity coursing through his veins, and like lightning bolts like moving through his body. Like, that's what I'm seeing right now. That's the vision I'm being shown. And he's supercharged and extremely magnetized to this feminine in this moment. And it's because both of you guys, both of you have learned some soul initiations about no longer going outside of yourself for safety, comfort, love, etc. You have rediscovered it within you again. Like, you're not out there seeking love. You're not actively looking for it. You're not on dating apps. You're not putting yourself out there like that. Like, you're simply in a very, very magnetic Empress energy of simply allowing. The divine feminine, she's not questioning, right? And I know a lot of you masculines tuning in, you guys aren't either. Many of the men watching, you guys have ascended beyond so much, and you've healed so much. You're very much vibrating with that, with your inner feminine, and you're in that same energy of simply trusting and allowing, okay? Why? Because you feel good within self. You found contentment, safety, love, peace, harmony within self, right? Okay. So definitely so because of all of this, look, I split the deck, there's the 10 coins. Security, exactly, wow. So the 10 pentacles, that's earth energy, and we're talking about the root chakra in this message. So there's been an extreme amount of root chakra healing and clearing, okay, that has happened between both of these counterparts here. Meaning they've both done that work. They both have made choices and healed and, you know, walked away from things or done things where they created stability within self, where they're like, I don't need a partner. I don't need someone next to me. I don't need to lean on someone. I feel strong on my own 2 feet, and that's it. And when we are in that vibration, that's when we are more in sync or in tune with the union vibration. And then that's when you attract union in. So this speaks of family legacy. Okay, and you can see like the generations here, like, right, like, okay. Security, privilege, lineage, an estate, buying a house, image, patriarchy, domestic duty. It's funny because I literally spoke of patriarchy earlier, so there's confirmation right there of this message and of what I said. But also the fact that it's like you're in divine union frequency. You are in divine union with yourself. You've come into divine union with yourself. If you're here watching this, for a lot of you, not everybody, because listen, this is collective. It's not, right? So there's no way that this reading will be for every single person who views it. But this might be a timeline that's coming in the next few months for you, 6 months from now. You know, everyone's in different timelines. But anyways, it's just crazy to me because like that was the download. That was the message. Like literally, like that's this right here. But it's because you found it in self. Now now you have someone who's been, I see them like they're circling your energy field. Like when I do readings with my clients and like I'm channeling like soulmate energy or you know, incoming energy or love or whatever, I always see, I can literally see souls that circle around their energy field that are trying to come in. And then at that point, I'm able to connect with my client and say, okay, I see this beautiful soul that's bubbling around you. They're buzzing around you. They're in your energy. But, you know, this is what's blocking, or this is guidance that you need to do to, you know, to help allow or create space or energetic space, you know, things like that. So anyway, so that's what I'm seeing right now is I'm seeing like the soulmate energy buzzing around you guys, around you. It's already there. You're getting the signs, you're getting the messages. There is some really significant breakthrough energy that's going to be like, it's already, the energy is here. Saturn just went direct, Mercury just went direct. And as we like move through the rest of 2025, there's going to be the divine union breakthrough energy preparing us for 2026. It's huge. It's huge. So, okay. But family legacy, I mean, this is like you guys are the curse breakers. These are two light workers. This is like, you know, emperor and empress, high priestess, high priest. It's like I said, a cosmic galactic reunion. It's a galactic reunion between the two of you guys, and you guys are the generational curse breakers. So you guys are the first in both of your families, your bloodlines, etc., where you're going to create a legacy together that, first of all, is long lasting and beautiful, but secondly, it's a healed energy. You guys, the buck stops here. Everything stops with him and her. She did the work, he did the work, and now they come together to finish their work, to continue on in union. But you have to come into that inner union first. And, you know, I mean, I'm always honest, but, you know, there's a lot of energies out there where I can, you know, I can feel it. I can literally feel it and see it, where, you know, a lot of people, they watch these kinds of readings, but this is not for the people who are like every day, all day, watching reading after reading about twin flame and divine masculine. And, you know, this right here is for the ones that literally could probably honestly care less. Meaning, again, they have found security and comfort and safety and love and, you know, all the things within themselves. So they're not in separation consciousness. Who like you, who I'm speaking to, you ascended the major soul initiation of learning to trust yourself and to feel safe within yourself. You trust yourself to stand strong without leaning on someone else. And that's who this is for. Okay? I'm like smelling pizza. So I don't know if like someone made pizza or is eating pizza, or I don't know, maybe you're about to go out on a date and, you know, have a pizza together, or maybe if you do know who this is from your past or something, because divine unions, you know, it's not karmic. So I don't channel like exes and people who are toxic, and, you know, I don't channel that stuff. So when I say someone from your past who might, you know, return or whatever, I mean a divine counterpart. I mean someone where you guys have most likely, like you were never in a relationship of any, you know, you maybe dated briefly, or you met, or two ships passing through the night, you know, I don't know. But anyways, okay, so bottom of the deck here, as I look down, we have the 5 of Cups, and it's like in this reverse energy, and it says moving on, overcoming despair, forgiveness, accepting change, ready to move on, healing, and letting go. I think, and it's Scorpio, I think this is let's ask who this is about. But first of all, this is stuff that the divine feminine energy here, like they really, really healed a lot of that right there. The 5 cups energy of that, like, you know, you moved on from the stuff. And I think that the masculine here, whoever the masculine is, I think the masculine is the one moving on from things. I think they're overcoming despair. I think they are learning about forgiveness. And most importantly, divine masculines who are tuning in, watching, you guys are, you're letting go because you're ready for healing. Like your soul has like you've expanded, and your soul, it's like you've outgrown the situations that you've been in, or your life stuff that, you know, you've been moving through. Like you've outgrown it. Like, you know, and what that means is like you've learned all you can from that. So if it's a job, then you've learned all you can at that job. You've grown as much you can in that position. It's time for new. It's time for more. It's time to transcend. If it's a karmic relationship, you know, then same thing. You've outgrown. You've learned the lessons. Now you can see through the illusions. Now you see everything for what it is. There's no more like rose-colored glasses, you know. But anyways, but masculine is learning a lot of how to forgive self, like like they're so hard on themselves. They are, you know, you want to talk about like self-critique and self-judgment and self-shaming. Divine masculines are, bless their heart. I mean, I pray for all of them, but they beat themselves up really badly over that kind of stuff. I shoulda, coulda, woulda, you know, why did I let myself do this? And, oh, that was a bad investment, and da 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 da. It's like you can't change the past. All you can do is heal the past. You can't change it. You can heal it. You can forgive it. And I think this masculine energy has really learned that, because for sure this feminine has. That's why she's glowing so bright, you know? Okay, so because of this soul initiation, though, going back to the download, you learn to stand on your own 2 feet. And you got to the place where not only did you ascend beyond like needing to lean on anyone for anything like that, to make yourself like in any way, shape, or form where you go outside of yourself to get like, you know, some people will fish for compliments. Some people play victim, or, you know, they're always in victimhood because that's how they get people to be like, oh, what's wrong? Are you okay? Tell me more. You know, you're not in any of that. You're not in any of that. Like you transcended all that, you know what I mean, a long time ago. So, okay, so what's on the bottom of the deck? The Hermit. You know what's so funny is just the last couple days, or yesterday, well, I was on vacation for Thanksgiving, but I had a deck of cards with me up there. And anyways, the Hermit energy is coming through like crazy in this moment, this week. It could change in the next couple days, but right now the Hermit is coming out like crazy. And it speaks of right here, it's like the isolation energy, loneliness, being paralyzed by fear, being antisocial. So there is something about like you've learned the lessons, you've completed the soul initiation, like now you're in this like inner divine union. You're no longer operating from any type of separation consciousness. Now, when you get into that place of no longer being in separation consciousness, that's when union occurs. That's when a true divine union, that's when it'll happen. Because like attracts like, right? So if you're still vibrating in any capacity of fear around union, or, you know, are they coming back, or, you know, any kind of separation consciousness, this message probably isn't for you right in this moment. But, you know, take it as an FYI, like, hey, this is something that you need to work on or heal or let go of or whatever in order for this to happen, right? So yeah, but it also, for me, it's like you're coming out of the Hermit mode. And literally what I'm receiving is that for a lot of you guys, there's a divine, first of all, divine masculines they've been in a hermit mode. They've been in this hermit energy, a lot of self-reflection. It speaks of spiritual mastery, and it is that you guys have both been going through this hermit initiation. Like all of 2025 has felt like that. Like you've been in hermit mode, you know, because you had to. That's what we do when we're in the shadow and when we go through the death cycles and all that, right? Like that's what we do. We have to kind of go within and self-reflect and all these things, right? Soul searching. Yeah, there's both of you guys, you've done the soul searching. It's spiritual mastery. It speaks of enlightenment, solitude, growth, resolve, guiding light, contemplation. So again, it's like the divine feminine. She is the true north. She's the North Star. She's the true north, like of the masculine here. So it doesn't matter, like even if you haven't even met this person yet, it doesn't matter. Your light is calling this person home, okay? Your frequency is calling them in. Beautiful. So these are lovers, divine union, lovers. That have gone through the initiation of soul mastery on the level of the download I said, of coming back home to self, coming back into full inner divine union with self. And because of that, you are in this energy and mindset and feeling of like, I'm good. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm content. Like, you know, I never thought I would feel this way, like where I would literally be like, fine, like with, you know, I don't need anything from anyone. I don't need a man next to me to feel pretty or wanted or loved, or, you know, I don't need him to come and nurture me like that. When we simply allow, because we're no longer operating from any type of separation or fear consciousness. And this is what happens. This is what happens when we get there. So where are we at? 32 minutes. Okay. So, oh my gosh. And look, the champion, this is like, the Knight of Wands. Okay. So we have this beautiful feminine in this like velvet scarlet dress on a white horse. So, again, there's something about her being like this beautiful goddess leader. So this might be someone who has been admiring you from a distance. This could be someone you've already know, maybe, you know, a divine counterpart you met, you know, prior to this, and you know that you guys have that connection. But if it is someone from your past coming back around, then again, it would be someone that you completely surrendered, like you have no separation consciousness with this person. You know what I mean? Like you transcended all that. But look at this, the Champion of Wands being swept off your feet. And she's like in like a forest or somewhere, and she's like galloping through the snow. So it does speak of right this moment, right now, as we move like from fall to more towards the winter. But you know, it's snowing in a lot of places where you guys live. It's freezing cold where I live. Like, it doesn't snow where I live, but it's freezing cold right now, you know? And so for me, this card, it's like, it's a very cold, like I could feel the winter energy, and it's like she's charging ahead, out of like the winter energy, but also the timing. It's significant of right now, you know, fall, winter, these seasons. But yeah, it says you're like being swept off your feet, divine union and being swept off your feet. There is someone coming in, someone buzzing in your energy field, someone who's about to maybe reach out or contact you. It's like breakthrough in the divine union sector because of this major soul initiation. And notice how I say a major soul initiation for many light workers at this time. So there's many souls who are going through these initiations right now because they need to prepare for divine union so we can be in divine unions for the way ahead. You know what I mean? But for a lot of you guys, you've already been doing this work. Like, for a lot of you guys, you know, you're coming into union with this person because you guys have a mission together. Like, you have your career, they have their career, but together you guys have a mission on some level. You know what I mean? So, okay. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. So anyways, I love you guys. I just had to channel this message out. I will be recording more readings. I have zodiacs I need to do too. So, but I just got home from being up in the mountains, you know, for the holiday and stuff last night. So I'm trying to get done today when I can, but my dad came by a little bit ago, and he's like, how are, like, because when we were leaving yesterday, I was walking out of my dad's trailer, and I was walking down the steps, and I totally fell and ate, you know what? But anyways, like my hand broke my fall, so I like scraped my hand and like bruised my hand, and it's like really sore actually. He's like, oh, you know, how are you feeling? And I was like, honestly, more than anything, I'm just exhausted. Like, I'm just tired. You know, for me and he's like, oh, I know. Sorry about that, guys. My phone storage got full. So it cut the video off. I had to go in and delete. I had a whole bunch of recordings I needed to delete anyway. So, I don't remember what I was saying, but let's go ahead and end the message with some romance angels. If you guys want to connect with me one-on-one and you want to connect with my gifts, all of my like information and services and healing options and Akashic record readings, all the things are in the description box. Just send me an email and we will get you set up. It's that easy. For our mystery school, so I started our Circle of Light, Magdalene, Isis mystery school. It's for both men and women. You know, right now it's like mostly women, but we do have a few divine masculines who have signed up, and I just love you guys so much for that. But it is a mystery school just like in many of our past lives, ancient times, etc. For many thousands of years in Egypt, Atlantis, Greece, Italy, wherever, Lemuria. It's a circle of light. So it is, I'm working a lot with, like last week, I started opening up and teaching about the Akashic records, and like I guided everyone, you know, to kind of show them how I open the records and what I do. And you know, and it was really cool, like what happened for people that were tuning in and that I, you know, so it's like I'm trying to guide and teach as much as I can to help you strengthen your telepathy, your psychic gifts, you know, how to like connect with your past lives, you know, all kinds of stuff. We're you know, so this is what mystery school is all about. It's like a magic school. It's like high priestess school. It's, you know, but it's not even, it's just gathering, you know, where we learn and we talk and we share. We support each other. You know, we do rituals together. Like we have the full moon coming up. So tomorrow in our gathering, we will be doing a full moon ceremony together. You know, just all the things, right? So if you would like to join us, I do 4 weeks at a time. So let's say you sign up today for the mystery school, then you will join us for the next 4 Sundays, because we gather every Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Zoom, and it's always recorded. So if you miss it, you're good. But anyways, so when you pay, you're paying for the next, you know, you're paying for 4 weeks of mystery school. And then if you want to do another 4 weeks, it's up to you. But anyways, it's 111. That's the price for the mystery school for the 4 weeks. And, it is just, it's incredible. It's been amazing. And, everyone is just absolutely just, they're loving it. They're just loving it. And I am too. It's honestly incredible. So, we would love to have you. We would love to have you. Especially if you've been feeling this energy that I talked about, like this, the isolation, the loneliness, the, you know, the being antisocial because you're very powerful, and you're, empathic, and you know what I mean? So it's just nice to have people who get it, and where we can all come together and learn and grow and heal, and so anyways, okay, enough of that. Engagement, and to sign up for the mystery school, again, just email me, gypsycowgirltarot@gmail.com. Okay, this is the card that came out, and it's engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Yes, it is. It is literally you being swept off your feet. And the reason why you're being swept off your feet, the reason why, especially like for the divine feminines here, there is divine masculine energy all over this reading, where they are charging in, okay? And they bring with them this energy of, like, he's got her in the physical realm, and she holds him in the 5D realm, in the spiritual realm. So he holds her in the 3D, and she holds him in the 5D, okay? And that's exactly it. It's like this masculine energy that will absolutely just dote upon the feminine, worship the feminine's energy, just unconditional, loving her, respecting her, supporting her, anchoring her, like all these things as she helps him, and of course masculines are also psychic and all these things, but the divine feminine in this incarnation, she is the way shower. She is the counterpart that will be predominantly working with the spiritual realm. And that's why I said that, right? So she's as above and he's so below. It's like that, right? So anyways, there you go. Yeah, engagement. So you're going to be engaging with someone soon. So it doesn't literally have to be a literal engagement or a proposal. It can just literally mean your love life is ascending to some higher level of commitment. If you're single, you're not going to be single. It reminds me of George Strait, If She's Lonely Now. It's the song, and he's like, heaven help the fool that did her wrong. It's too late. She's too far gone. But he says, like, if she's lonely now, she won't be lonely long, because she's a catch, because she's, and that's what I'm getting. It's like, if you're alone right now, you're not, because if you're single, you're not lonely. You may have moments where you feel lonely at times, but you're not like, oh, I'm so alone. When is someone going to come in and love me? Like, I need to be with someone. Like, no, like, you love yourself. Like, a lot of people can't stand themselves. They think they like themselves. Their ego and their persona and their facade, they try to put on the whole self-love and, oh no, I respect myself, I love myself, I'm happy. They play the role of convincing, right? Like, they always have to convince people and convince themselves. Like, you're not in that energy, you're not in that bubble, you know what I mean? Anyways, look at that, engagement and then honeymoon. So you're literally moving. It says, oh my gosh, you guys, and look at like how she's like all in the like winter holiday like energy. We are literally in the holiday season. And then you have the honeymoon, and it says, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Like, I mean, that is crazy confirmation. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. And remember, I pointed out like the fact that they're literally in the 3D together. There's something really beautiful that's like unfolding in this moment for you. Okay, there you go. Maybe you're taking a vacation to Italy soon. Maybe you're going to be riding through the streets of Venice on the gondola soon. Just absolutely madly in love. And this is not lustful, karmic, love. This is true love. This is true divine love. You're going to be engaging. And then it's also like honeymoon, just in general, like this feels like you're just so, it's just, there's so much love. You're just like, love is just, it's Ace of Cups. It's just overflowing, like so much love. And I'll tell you right now, for who this is for, this is a love that it brings a lot of healing to you guys, both of you. But it's because of the amount of lessons and initiations and healing that you've done on your own. That's the only reason this is happening right here. That's it, right? You know who you are, feminine. This masculine or masculine, you know who you are. You know what you want. You know your worth and your value. And you know what you will never put up with again. Okay? And either way, you're like, I'm good, you know, because I trust and I allow, and you know, I know beautiful things are coming in for me. I don't sweat the small stuff. I don't sweat the big stuff. I trust, I allow, I'm good. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Bottom of the deck. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. There is, for a lot of you guys, there's definitely like someone is so clear. There's so much clarity about you. And maybe you're the one watching, and maybe you're the one having the clarity around, you know, someone else. But it feels like the majority of the energy watching, it's incoming towards you. So someone is like, I know exactly who and what I want. They see you very clearly. They see your light. They see the glow. They you know, like you're not like the rest, you know, and that doesn't mean you think you're better than anyone. It means literally that you're not like the rest or the majority. You're not like the majority. Like you are not a dime a dozen, right? You're like $100 million. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. So anyways, I love you guys. Thank you for all of your loving support. Thank you for commenting. Let me know in the comments like how this resonates. And then some number signs just like real fast. The 1, 2, 3, that one's been really big over the last like week or two. Oh my God. And I literally, it won't be on your end, but on my end, because it's a new video on my end and then I have to edit them together. But I literally just saw 1, 2, 3 right as I said 1, 2, 3. So there's confirmation, double confirmation. But if you're seeing those numbers like 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 4 or 3, 4, 5 like that, but specifically 1, 2, 3. And then also 1, 4, 3. The 1, 4, 3, if you're seeing that, that's like someone like sending you like I love yous through the ethers. Like someone is just so in love with you. And then in my mind's eye, I just saw 888, and the 888 I think is going to be very significant as well, for a lot of you guys, you know, and it's letting you know like as above, so below, like what goes up must come down eventually, right? So again, it's like this point in your journey because of what you've conquered and where the divine union you're in with yourself right now. It attracted something in so fast. It pulled someone in so fast. So, or it will be pulling someone in so fast. Do you know what I mean? So anyways, okay. Have a beautiful day, you guys. Thank you. And I will see you again soon. All right.